Welcome back to Edale, Spiners. This is the first video update of the Montane Summer Spine Races 2023. We are back at Edale Village Hall and the Montane Summer Spine Challenger South is about to begin. We know you've been looking forward to this since January, and trust us, we have as well.
Basically, I'm here just to see if I can. I've never done anything of this length, never done anything unsupported like this before. I'm used to aid stations every 7 or 8 miles, so having one at 46 is going to be a challenge. If you ask any of my mates why I'm here, they say it's because I'm mental. That's better than being normal, isn't it?
My fourth one. So I've done the sprint winter, done the summer challenger last year, and I've just piled in on the winter challenger, so it's 2-1 to the track. So it's just time for me to get another one in the bag, I hope. I see it as a series of different races, so from here to Nicky's 50k, 25k to Hebden, then on to my kit, a bit of admin, and then the next phase starts again, then to Malham, and then Malham to Hawes. So I break it down into different segments and just concentrate on the next part. So the first part is getting to the Packhorse Bridge, 5 kilometres away, and then I'll worry about the rest.
This is my second attempt at spine. I attempted the winter in January this year, didn't make it, so this is me back to do a full-on recce, put those demons to rest, get it done. I think I'm going to have to dig deep. I injured my knee last time round. I've spent the last 6 months rebuilding that. I'm going to run my own race and enjoy the scenery, enjoy the views. At least the sky is going to be clear, lots more hours of daylight. So yeah, really looking forward to it.
Well, I did the sprint back in 2021 and swore never to do another. And so, yeah, it just made sense to come back and do double the distance. I'm dreadful really for sort of snacking, or not snacking should I say, and not probably drinking enough, so that's probably going to be my thing, is to try and have a little bit to eat every hour, make sure that I'm drinking more than I normally do if I'm out walking.
I haven't done anything this distance before. Done a few 80s, but nothing unsupported at this length.
This is my first attempt at the Spine Challenger South. The furthest I've ever done is a 50 miles, so it's going to be quite a challenge for me. I found out really about it speaking to Jane Davey, who did it last year and the year before. I was with her on another run, a personal challenge, see how far I can push myself and see how it goes.
Well, I go out and watch it every year because it runs past near where I live, and just fancied giving it a go because it's supposed to be tough and a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, I had a go at the winter spine, just the winter gone. Didn't go quite to plan, only got as far as Hebden here. Yeah, hydration is sort of my main concern, and then just sort of keeping a good steady pace.
Never done spine before, been not watching it for years. Watched a few videos last year and thought I really need to do this one, so I thought I'd try the Challenge South and see how I get on. Perhaps maybe go and do the full spine at some point in the future.
So I've had a couple of attempts at this event before. I was here in January to do the full spine and I didn't complete it, and I was here for the winter version of this back in 2020 and I came off at Gargrave, so hopefully this will be a bit of redemption in the summer with some good conditions. But it's just a great event, you know, the people are brilliant. Looking forward to spending some time with company of people that I've not met, but potentially you can become good friends on the trail, so yeah, just looking forward to it.
I'm 62, which is a fair age for doing this, I think. I think a bit mad is the answer. I do a lot of walking, I've done some marathons. I think what inspired me was my boss did the full whack last year, same age as me, and I thought, well, if he can do the full whack, I'll try the half, and here we go.
Well, I've already got into ultra running as I've got a bit older, done quite a few now. I think it's just a brilliant community of runners that do it. Lovely to be running out in the amazing countryside, and the Pennine Way is one of the best.
My other friend, she did it last year, so I felt I was a bit out of the loop, so I needed to do it. I think that the challenge from the start, isn't it, just to get to the start line? It's all the prepping, like I say, the bags, it's your kit list, organising that and getting yourself to the start line.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5 ultras and multi-day stuff, but never an expedition race. Here I am.
Goals. Keep going, feeling good. Try and work quite hard within capability at the moment. Try not to fall over, but try and bury myself now, because it'll get slower in the dark anyway, and you're more motivated to finish the further you get. So I should go through the sprint time in record time, I think. Go past faster than winter anyway, as long as nothing's wet, because the ground's so hard and dry compared to then.
So the current situation is, I was going to bin this yesterday. I'm in the military and I'm a welfare officer, so I've recently returned back from Estonia, where unfortunately we lost one of our riflemen working until a last safe moment yesterday, and I was just like, oof, I don't think I'm ready for this. And then a few mates got behind me and were like, what would 85-year-old Andre say to you now to give you motivation? And I was like, yeah, fair one, that's a good point. Let's have a little look at myself and get my kit packed and hit the trail.
The nearest I've done is 55k, which was last month. So yeah, we chose to do it because
We're nutters.
it's an interesting challenge, see how far I can get.
I live down the road from Simon. He's been my running buddy since I signed up for a 50k last year, and then he had to go one better and do the 55k. So now we're here to do
70k.
70k together.
It's because it's difficult, isn't it? Yeah, it's not only is it a long way, but it's not the easiest of terrains, and we're in the middle of nowhere.
Pretty brutal.
And it's going to be dark by the time we finish, so it makes it even more of a challenge.
I have done this race once before. I did it in COVID years, actually 2020, and I don't really know why I'm doing it again. Glutton for punishment, obviously, but I'm looking forward to it. I'd love to get a better time than last. I think it's a bit of an iconic race, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful scenery, great atmosphere, lots of like-minded people, and yeah, it's just a classic race, really.
Your preparation is never as good as you think it's going to be, but no, I think the nerves have faded now, so I'm really excited to get going. I did the first ever sprint in 2021, saying I'm just looking to beat that time now, really.
It's in my home turf. Why do an ultra marathon anywhere else than where you live? I think it's quite notorious in the fact that it is the length and breadth and the most savage, brutal race that we've got. So this is a nice section of it we can do without dying, really. I think the challenge of this was probably, it's just a long time on feet. I think it's probably going to be 10 to 12 hours that we're running. Navigation's going to be needed, and it's quite bumpy throughout.
As you can see from the t-shirt, I usually volunteer at Alston, and it just seemed like a good idea. So I did Couch to 5k in September, and I'm hoping to finish.
Done a marathon, but never an ultra, so this is my first. This is my expert.
Having done one ultra marathon, I don't think I'm really an expert at that. But we're looking forward to it, aren't we?
Looking forward to just having 12 hours peace and quiet, actually, out in the
Away
peaks would be
from
nice.
kids. And the views.
And the views.
And the route, because the route's stunning.
We are just a couple of minutes away from the start of the Montane Summer Spine Sprint. And as you can see, the weather has turned. That's going to change things for these runners. This might not be what they planned for. Now, this might be the smaller race, but as anyone who's taken part knows, it's not an easier race. This is still very much spine flavoured.
Spine race.
We're now at Hebden Bridge, and quite frankly, we've only just made it here ahead of the person at the front of the Montane Summer Sprint. He's been going exceptionally fast, looks like he's about to come through here as a record breaker. There's a lot of that going around. John Shield passed through Hebden Hay in record breaking time. Mel Sykes is about to arrive at Hebden Hay. She's also on course to break a record, so we've got a very exciting evening shaping up here.
Oh, it's a tough finish.
Well done.
Coming up there.
Nice hill.
I was hoping around like 7:30, so yeah, smashing. Really happy with it. If you're an outdoors person, then you know that's to be celebrated. You know, you've got this one continuous route that goes across the backbone of England, along the backbone of England, and you know it's brilliant to have that access in England, because it's not, you don't get that everywhere, particularly in the south. You know, it's just a joy to be able to have, you know, run in the hills continuously in one direction, basically without being stopped. You know, and you get that sense of freedom up there. Yeah, I mean, I love it. I'm from Yorkshire originally, so you know, it's just so good to be back.
So we're getting towards the end of the first day of the Montane Summer Spine Races 2023. It looks like we're on for another record-breaking summer, which we're extremely excited about. Remember that we're going to have runners out on the sprint course and on the Challenger South course all the way through the night. By the time I talk to you guys again tomorrow, all of the sprint runners will have to have come in. And by that point, we'll also have the podium set for the Montane Summer Spine Challenger South and the big race, the monster, the 268-mile drag that is the Montane Summer Spine Race will have begun.